welcome back to Math&Me with me, Nikhila, Sankar. So, in the video, we are going to learn about probability. Class 10, you all probability, but still, I'll just revise a few things. So, now, the sample space. So, sample space is nothing but, for example, when you have a dice, dice la possible outcomes irukku 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Idu தாண்டி வேற எதுவுமே வர முடியாது. So, what is your sample space? It can either be a 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? So this is called your sample space. Innone random experiments na enna? Random experiment na it is possible that it has more than one outcome. Ipo inga ore or outcome da iruka, you have multiple outcomes. What is the probability that you get a 1? Mottham 6 irukku. So the probability that you get a 1 is 1 by 6. So you have various possible, more than one possible outcome. Correct? Also you cannot predict. இப்போ ஒரு டைஸ் ரோல் பண்ணும்போது can you predict 3 தான் வரும்னு உங்களால சொல்ல முடியுமா? வந்ததுன்னா அது லக். பட் அது நம்ம பேசல. So probability வந்து என்னது? It is an uncertainty thing. இது நடக்குமா நடக்காதா? Maybe நடக்கலாம். So that is probability. Okay? So இப்போ you do not know what is going to come. You cannot predict. So அப்படி இருக்கும்போது it has more than one outcome and it cannot be predicted in advance. Okay? So இதுதான் random experiment and this is called a sample space. So let's move on to example 1. Example 1 la enna kekranga, two coins, a 1 rupee coin and a 2 rupee coin are tossed once. Find the sample space. So coin la enna irukku, head tail. நம்ம போட்டு பாப்போமே, cricket match o any match ஏதோ ஒரு விளையாட்டு எதுவா இருந்தாலும் ஒரு உடனே ஒரு toss. Okay? So toss la enna irukku, head irukku இல்ல tail irukku. You either have தலையா பூவா. Okay? So head ஆ tail ஆ. So இப்போ ரெண்டு coin இருக்கு. ஒரு 1 rupee coin இருக்கு, ஒரு 2 rupee coin இருக்கு. இது 1 rupee coin, இது 2 rupee coin. So, what is your sample space? என்னென்னலாம் possibility இருக்கு? First coinல head வரலாம், second coinலயும் head வரலாம். Then, first coinல head வரலாம், second coinல tail வரலாம். Again, first coinல tail வரலாம், second coinல head வரலாம். கரெக்டா? அடுத்து ரெண்டுத்துலயுமே tail வரலாம். இதுக்கு மேல வேற ஏதாவது ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கா? இல்ல. So, this is your sample space. So, sample space, you represent it by S. And what is your sample space? H, H. இது ஒண்ணு. இன்னொன்னு h, t, இது இன்னொன்னு, tail, h, and tail, tail. ஒரு சில இடத்துல சிம்பிளிசிட்டிக்கு இந்த கமாவை நம்ம omit பண்ணிட்டு எழுதுவோம். So we write hh, ht, th, and tt. We omit the commas just for some simplicity. Okay? So இப்போ இதுல you see that the first outcome is a head and second is a head. First head, second tail. First tail, second head. First tail, second tail. Okay? So this is your answer for the first example. Okay? So this is the sample space when you toss two coins. Okay? idhula nama adutha subsections paapom. We'll see that slowly. Okay? Copy. Example 2. Find the sample space associated with the experiment of rolling a pair of dice. One is blue and one is red. Color la namakku inga prachana illa. But one blue, one red ன்றanga. It is a dice. Okay? Also find the number of elements of the sample space. Elements எவ்வளோ இருக்குன்னு கேக்குறாங்க. இப்போ போன எக்ஸாம்பிள்ல you had HH, HT, TH, TT. அப்ப எத்தனை elements இருந்தது? You had 4 elements. So we'll see how many elements we have in this. So you have 2 dice. So first die, blue color die ஓட sample space என்ன? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Red color die ஓட sample space என்ன? Again the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So இப்போ sample space என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கலாம்? First die la you can get a 1 and second die la you can get a 1. இது ஒண்ணு. Similarly, first die la you can get a 1 and second you can get a 2. So and so on. So first die la 1, second die la 3. First die la 1, third die. Second die la 4. 1, 5. 1, 6. வேற ஏதாவது ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கா? இல்ல. So first die la 1 வச்சு முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. இப்போ first die la 2 வந்ததுன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? Second die la 1 வரலாம். Second die la 2 வரலாம். You can either get a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Okay? So this is one outcome. Aduthu, when 3 comes in the first die, you can get either a 1 on the second die. 3 1 irukkalam, 3 2 irukkalam, 3 3 irukkalam. Indha mari you have multiple options. What all options? Adutha die la evlo number irukko avlo dhaan options. 3 6. Similarly, you will write for 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1. Okay? So, you have to know how to write it. So, 6, 2, 6, 3. I'm writing a sample space. 6, 6. Okay? And similarly, please write down. Write it. In this chapter, you have to write a lot of this. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய questionல இருக்கு. So every question, be prepared to write this. Okay? So this is your sample space. First dayல 1 வரலாம், 2 வரலாம், 3 வரலாம், 4 வரலாம், 5 வரலாம், 6 வரலாம். Second dayல, if first day has a 1, the second day has so many possibilities. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 வரலாம். Okay? So what is your sample space? This is your sample space. How many elements do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6 are 36. So you have 36 elements in total. Okay? Example 3. A boy has a 1 rupee coin, 2 rupee coin and a 5 rupee coin. So 1 rupee coin இருக்கு, 2 rupee coin இருக்கு, 5 rupee coin இருக்கு. Okay? What is the... He takes out 2 coins out of his pocket, one after the other. 2 coin எடுக்கிறான். இப்போ first possibility என்ன? First coin வந்து 1 rupee coin இருந்தா, second coin can be a 2 rupee coin or second coin can be a 5 rupee coin. இது ஒரு option. ரெண்டாவது option என்ன? First coin 2 rupee coin இருந்தா, second coin can be a 1 rupee coin and second coin can be a 5 rupee coin. What is your third option? If your first coin is a 5 rupee coin, your second coin is a 1 rupee coin or your second coin is a 2 rupee coin. So these are the possibilities. So what is your sample space? Your sample space is 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 1 rupee, 5 rupee, 2 rupee, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupees, 5 and 1, 5 and 2. So this is your sample space and you have 6 elements. Okay? Second subsection. This is my first subsection. Second subsection enna? A person is noting down the number of accidents along a busy highway during a year. ஒரு வருஷம் ஃபுல்லா ஆக்சிடென்ட் நோட் பண்றான். So sample space என்னவா இருக்கலாம்? There can be 1 accident. There can be 2 accidents. There can be 3 accidents. 4, 5 and so on. It is an infinite sample space. Okay? Example 4. A coin is tossed. If it shows head, we draw a ball from a bag consisting of 3 blue and 4 white balls. So 3 blue balls irukku. B1, B2, B3 and 4 white balls. So W1, W2, W3, W4 irukku. And you have a coin which has head and tail. So ipo also you have a dice. So if the coin shows a head, we draw a ball from the bag. And if it shows a tail, we throw a die. Die la enala number irukku? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically head draw panna, basically head vandaduna you have to pick up a ball. Tail vandaduna you have to roll the die and see what number you get. So what will be your sample space? First head vandaduna you can either pick up ball 1 or you can pick up ball 2 or ball 3 or ball 4 which is white ball 1. Then white ball 2, white ball 3, white ball 4. Basically head vandaduna you pick up the balls. What if you get the tail? Tail vandaduna dice can give a number of 1 or you can get a number 2 or you can get the number 3 or you can get the number 4, 5, 6. புரியுதா? காயினை டாஸ் பண்றோம். ஹெட் வந்ததுன்னா பாக்ஸ்ல இருந்து ஒரு பால் எடுக்கிறோம். அந்த பால் ப்ளூ கலராவும் இருக்கலாம், ஒயிட் கலராவும் இருக்கலாம். பட் எத்தனை பால்ஸ் இருக்கு? We have 3 blue and 4 white. So first எடுக்கிறது first ball, செகண்ட் எடுக்கிறது செகண்ட் பால். திடீர்னு ஒரு ஒயிட் பால் வரலாம். So ஹெட் வந்ததுன்னா பால் எடுக்கிறோம். அடுத்து டெய்ல் வந்ததுன்னா என்ன பண்றோம்? டெய்ல் வருது. So டெய்ல் வந்ததுன்னா you pick up a die and roll it. So என்ன நம்பர் வருதுன்னு பாக்குறோம். So tail வந்ததுன்னா you roll the die, you see what numbers you get. So this is your overall sample space. இதுல இருந்து என்ன வேணா வரலாம். Head toss பண்ணிட்டு you can pick up white ball 1. இல்ல tail வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா dice போட்டா you can get 4 on the dice. So this is your sample space. Okay? Example 5. Consider the experiment in which a coin is tossed repeatedly until a head comes up. So இப்போ இதோட sample space எப்படி இருக்கும்? First போட்ட உடனே head வரலாம். You can get a head, immediately you toss the coin. So that is one option. Or first tail வரலாம், அப்புறம் head வரலாம். This is one option. You get a tail, then you get a head. then you get a tail. In the next throw, you again get a tail. And in the third time, you can maybe get a head. So, this is one option. Then, first throw you get a tail. Second throw also you get a tail. Third tail. Fourth you can get a head. So, you have infinite possibilities. You can throw tail n number of times and n plus 1th time la head varlam. Correct? You cannot predict. So, that is probability. Okay? Inside. Question number 6. 2 boys and 2 girls are in room number X. So, room number X la boy 1, boy 2, girl 1, girl 2. And 1 boy, 3 girls in room number Y. So, Y la 1 boy. So, I'll name him as boy 3. And 3 girls. So, I have girl 3, girl 4, girl 5. Okay, so in total I have 3 boys and 5 girls. Specify the sample space for the experiment in which a room is selected and then a person. So, sample space eppadi irukum? First you are selecting a room and then the person. So, if you choose room X, then you can either choose boy 1 or boy 2 or girl 1 or girl 2. Room X choose panna, you can have these options. If you choose room Y, you can choose boy 3, girl 3, girl 4 and girl 5. So, this is your sample space. Okay. Question number 7. 1 die of red color, 1 of white color and the other of blue color are placed in a bag. 1 die is selected at random and rolled. Its color and the number on its uppermost face is noted. Describe the sample space. So, this is sample space. So, first we take die red color. So, red die la enna numbers irukku? What all are the possibility? So, if you pick a red die, you can get 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6. This is when you pick a red die. What if you pick a white die? You have 1, 2, same possibilities. 4, 5, 6. If you pick a white die, these are possibilities. If you pick a blue die, again B1, B2, B3, B4, B5 and B6. So, these are all your sample spaces. Possible outcome. Okay. So, this is basically writing, picking a red die and you get the number 1. Picking a white die and you get the number 1. That's R1 in எழுதுறேன். Okay. R1, R2 is not red 1, red 2. Basically, you pick a red die and you get the number 1. That is what is R1. Okay. Question number 8. An experiment consists of recording boy-girl composition of families with 2 children. So, total number of children is 2 children. Okay. And you have boy and girl. So, what is the sample space if you are interested in knowing whether it is a boy or a girl? So, sample space enava irukkalam? The first child can be a girl and the second child can be a girl. The first child can be a girl and second can be a boy. Or the first child can be a boy and second can be a girl. First boy, second boy. So, this is my sample space. 2 children irukanga. Rendume ponnu, rendume paiyan, illa onnu ponnu, onnu paiyan. But which is the first child? One can be girl and then the boy, or first child can be a boy and then a girl. Okay, so this is the sample space. This is the first subsection. Second subsection, what is the sample space if you are interested in the number of girls? Number of girls. So, girls எத்தனை பேர் இருக்காங்க? 2 பேர் இருக்காங்க, or 1 or 0. What is my sample space for the number of girls? Sample space is I can either have 2 girls in the family or 1 girl in the family or no girl. அப்படினா என்ன? 0. Family la 2 girl irukkalam, ஒரே ஒரு girl irukkalam or no girl, only boys. Okay, so this is the sample space for the number of girls. Okay. Question number 9. A box contains 1 red and 3 identical white balls. So you have red and 3 identical white. So white 1, white 2, white 3. மூணுமே identical. Okay. 2 balls are drawn in random succession without replacement. Write the sample space. So what is your sample space? If the first ball is red, then your next ball is white. Since they are identical, you do not have 1, 2, 3. Okay. It is simply W. So if they are saying that there are 3 identical white balls. So you do not have 1, 2, 3. Okay. So basically, first if you pick a red ball, then you can pick a white ball. Or first if you pick a white ball, then you can pick a red ball. Or rendume white. Okay. This is your possibilities. Question number 10. An experiment consists of tossing a coin and then throwing it second time if head occurs. Okay. இப்போ ஒரு coin இருக்கு, head இருக்கு, tail இருக்கு. So if head occurs, you toss the coin again. If tail occurs, you roll the dice. Correct? இப்போ head வந்ததுனா what will be your sample space? When you toss a coin and you get head, then again you toss a coin. So in the coin toss la, you can either get a head or you can get a tail. If your first toss is a head, you can either get a head or a tail in the second toss. Correct? இப்போ tails வருது. If your first outcome is a tail, T3, T4, T5 and T6. So these are your possible outcomes. If you toss a coin, you get a head. Head வந்ததுனா again you toss a coin. Coin toss பண்ணா head வரலாம் இல்ல tail வரலாம். இப்போ suppose first tossலயே tail வந்துருச்சுனா you roll a die. Dieல என்னலாம் option? Tail வந்து 1 வரலாம் இல்ல tail வந்து 2 வரலாம். Tail and 3, tail and 4, tail 5, tail 6. Okay? Question number 11. Suppose 3 bulbs selected at random from a lot. Each bulb is tested and classified as defective and not defective. So defective ku D, not defective ku N kuduthirukanga. Write the sample space of the experiment. You have 3 bulbs. Okay. So what will be your sample space? All the 3 are defective. Okay. Then you have 2 defective and 1 is non-defective. Change the 1's place. Then I'm going to change the 10's place. 10's place change panna enna agum? Defective, non-defective, defective. In that defective, non-defective, non-defective. Okay. Now I'm going to change my 100's place, which means non-defective, non-defective, non-defective. 3 non-defective. I'm going to change my 1's place. So it is N, N, D. Now I'm going to change my 10's place, which means N, D, N. Here it's N, D, D. So this is my sample space. Okay. Moving on to exercise 16.1. Question number 1. A coin is tossed 3 times. ஒரு coin 3 தடவை toss பண்ணா sample space எப்படி இருக்கும்? You can get head, head and head. 3 coinலயும் you can get a head. What is the other possibility? First head முடிச்சிடலாம். So when you get head in the first coin, you get head and tail in the last coin. So இப்போ last coin change பண்ணியாச்சு. Now head வருது. Second time you get a tail and third time you get a hedge. No change. Okay. Then you get a tail and in the second case again you get a tail. So basically head first take la வருது. Second take la you get head, head, tail, tail. Third time you get head, tail, head, tail. This is how you remember. Okay. First time you toss a coin, you get a head. We'll finish the first tosses to be head. Ipo next first time you get a tail. What are the possibilities? You can get 3 tails in 3 different tosses. Or first T varla, next you can get a T, next you can get a H. You always change the 1's place. Remember it as the 1's place and 10's place. So 1's place la HT, HT. 10's place la you get HH, TT. So basically HH, HT, TH, TT. This is நம்ம 2 coins ku பார்த்தோம். So you include the third coin in the 100's place. Okay. So TTT, TTH and you have THT, which means in the second time it changes and then you have THH. Okay. So basically you have HH, HT, TH, TT. Okay. So this is your sample space. How many elements do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8 elements. Meaning in one coin you have head and tail. So how many irukku? You have 2. It is either head or tail. So you have 3 coins. So it is 2 into 2 into 2, which is 2 to the power 3, which is 8. So you get 8 elements. Okay. When you have 1 coin, head and tail, so you have 2. Head irukku, tail irukku. When you have 3 coins, head, tail and head, tail. So how many possible elements do you have? 2 to the power 3, which is 8. Okay. Question number 2. A die is thrown 2 times. Gali. So what is your sample space? First 1 vandaduna, you can get a 1, 2, 3 and so on until 1, 6. 2 vandaduna 2, 1, 2, 2 and so on until 2, 6. Then 3, 1 and so on 3, 6. 4, 1 so on 4, 6. 5, 1 and so on 5, 6. Last line la 6, 1 and so on until 6, 6. So how many elements do you have? 36 elements. We just saw it in the example question. You have 36 elements. So dice la ethana irukku? In a die you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means how many do you have? You have 6. So you have either 1 die. 2 dice la evlo irukum? We just saw. If you have 3 coins, 2 to the power 3. If you have 2 dice, 6 to the power 2, which is 36. So you get 36 elements. Okay? Question number 3. A coin is tossed 4 times. 4 times na enna varum? 1 coin, you have head, tail, so 2. So when you have 4 coins, 2 to the power 4, which is 16. Okay, so what will be my sample space? First, I'll have H, 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 H. Ones place amathana, I have H, 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 T. Okay, இப்போ tens place அமாத்த போறேன். Tens place na enna? It is my 1, 2, 3 third outcome. It is just easy to explain. So tens place la மாத்தனா என்ன ஆகும்? H, H will remain the same. I'm going to change H to T. இந்த H அப்படியே இருக்கும். அதே மாதிரி இந்த இடத்துல H, H, T, T. Okay. Now I changed my tens place. இப்போ hundreds place change பண்ணலாம். So I have H, T, T, H. Here I have H, T, T, T. Okay. Now, after I changed my hundreds place, இப்போ மறுபடியும் I'll come back to my tens place. So என்ன ஆகும்? H, T, H, H, comma, H, T, H, T. Okay. I changed my ones place, tens place, hundreds place. I see that there is one more option. So இந்த இடத்துல tens place change பண்ணலாம். இப்போ thousands place change பண்ணா என்ன ஆகும்? I'll get a T. T, 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 T. எல்லா placeயும் change பண்ணிட்டேன். So I have T, 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 T. Okay. So this is one outcome. இப்போ இங்க head முடிஞ்சுது. My first outcome as a head is over. My first outcome as a tail. So in the இடத்துல ones place மாத்தினா I'll have T, 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 H. Okay, ones place over. Now I change my tens place. So I have T, T, H, T, comma, T, T, H, H. Now I'll change my hundreds place. Ones, tens, hundreds. So I have T, H, H, T. மிச்சதெல்லாம் அப்படியே இருக்கு. Comma, T, H, H, H. Okay. Now again, I'll change my tens place. T, H, T, T, comma, T, H, T, H. So this is my sample space. Okay. I hope it is easier method to write the sample space. I hope it's easier for you. Okay. இப்படி தான் எழுதுவேன். நான் இப்படி தான் எழுதுவேன். So maybe this helps you. Okay. Question number 4. A coin is tossed and a die is thrown. So H, T இருக்கு. Die போச்சுனா 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So sample space எப்படி இருக்கும்? If it's a H, you can get one of these. So I have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Coin if you toss and you get a head, and if you throw a die போட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் you can either get 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 or 6. Okay. So head போட்டா இதெல்லாம் options. அதே மாதிரி tail போட்டா tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail number 4 on the die, tail number 5 on the die, tail number 6 on the die. So this is your sample space. Okay. So how many elements do you have? 6 2s are 12. So 12 elements. Okay. Question number 5. A coin is tossed and then a die is rolled only in case a head is shown. So என்னலாம் இருக்கு? Head இருக்கு, tail இருக்கு. ஆனா head வந்தா மட்டும் தான் you toss a die. You toss a die only when you get a head. Tail vanda you don't toss a die. Okay. So what will be your sample space? For tail, there's nothing. When you get a tail, you do nothing. When you get a head, you toss coins. So head toss panna, you roll a die, you can get 1. Head vandaduna, you roll a die, you can get 2. If you get a head, if you roll the die, you can get a 3. Head 4, head 5, head 6. So this is your sample space. So you have 7 elements. Question number 12. A coin is tossed. If the outcome is a head, a die is thrown. Head vandaduna die. Okay. And if the die shows up an even number. So idhila even number vandaduna, you throw the die again. Odd number vandaduna, nothing. And you get a tail, nothing. Okay. This is what is given in the question. So what will be your sample space? Your sample space will be first nothing idilla. If you get a tail, you do nothing. If you get a head and you throw a die, you get an odd number. Odd number ennala? 1 varla, 3 varla, 5 varla, which means you do nothing. So this is done. Now, when you toss a coin, you get a head. You roll a die. Even number varudhu. Even number ennala? 2, 4, 6. These are the different possibilities. Correct? Even number vandaduna, I again roll a die. So enna varla? 1 varla, 2 varla, 3, H2 4, H2 5 and H2 6. Basically, you toss a coin, tail varudhu, you do nothing. So tail. Head varudhu, you roll a die. When you get an odd number, you do nothing. So head, odd number, then nothing. Then head, dice, even number vandaduna, again you roll a die. Die la enna possibility irukku? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So head varudhu, even number varudhu, then again you roll a die. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, head varudhu, you get a even number. So 1, H4 2, H4 3, H4 4, H4 5, H4 6. Inge similarly 1, H6 2, H6 3, H6 4, H6 5 and H6 6. So basically this is H6 6. You toss a coin, you get head. Then you roll a die, you get an even number. Then again you roll a die, you get number 6. Okay, that's the meaning. Okay, so this is your sample space. Okay. Question number 13. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are written in separate pieces of paper. The slips are put in a box and mixed thoroughly. A person draws 2 slips from a box, one after the other, without replacement. Describe the sample space. So sample space eppadi irukum? First you pick a paper. So you can get a 1. Okay, you have to pick 2 papers. So first you get a 1, then you can get a 2. First paper 1 arda you can get a 3 or you can get a 4. Okay, if your first paper is 1, you get the next paper to be 2 or 3 or 4. You cannot get a 1 because it is without replacement. Neenga or paper eduthachu, you have 1 in your hand. So what is remaining? You have 2, 3 and 4. Okay, you do not have 1 again because it is already in your hand. Without replacement, now you don't put it back in the box. You have it in your hand. Similarly, if you pick up paper number 2, so what is your option? 1 or 3 or 4. You do not have 2, 2. Adhe mari, if you pick up 3, what are your options? 3, 1, 3, 2 and 3, 4. Similarly, if you pick up paper number 4, you have 4, 1, 4, 2 and 4, 3. So you pick up paper 4 and you pick up paper 1. This is one option. You pick up paper 4, you pick up paper 2. This is another option. Illa paper 4 edukra, illa paper 3 edukra. So this is another option. So this is your sample space. Question number 14. An experiment consists of rolling a die and then tossing a coin once if the number is even. So first die. If it's even, we toss a coin once. If the number is odd, we toss a coin twice. Write the sample space. So what is your sample space? If you roll a die, you get an even number. Even number enna 2, 4, 6. Idella even number. Even number vandaduna, you toss a coin once. So what are your possibilities? You get a 2, you get a head. You get a 2, you get a tail. Similarly, 4 head, 4 tail. 6 head, 6 tail. This is when you get a even number. Odd number vandaduna, you toss a coin twice. Which means when you get 1, 3 and 5. You toss a coin twice. So you toss the coin once first. Head varudhu, head varudhu, head varudhu. You toss a coin twice, which means head head, then 1 H T, 1 T H, 1 T T. Okay, I'm changing the ones place, I'm changing my tens place. Okay, so 1 vandaduna, if you get an odd number, you're going to toss the coin twice. 2 coins ku first outcome enna? You learnt it in your example. HH, HT, TH, TT. Adha ezhudira vendidha. Similarly, you have 3HH, 3HT, 3TH, 3TT. This is when you get even numbers. So you have 5HH, 5HT, 5TH, 5TT. So this is your sample space. Clear? So you roll a die, you get an even number. Even number vandaduna, you toss a coin only once. So even numbers, you toss a coin, you either get head or tail. You get an odd number, you toss a coin twice. So the possibilities, head head, head tail, tail head and tail tail. When you get odd numbers. Okay? Question number 15. A coin is tossed. Okay? So enala options? Head, tail. Okay. If it shows a tail, we draw a ball from a box which contains 2 red and 3 black. So tail vandaduna, we draw a ball which has 2 red and 3 blacks. So red 1, red 2, B1, B2, B3. 3 black. If it shows head, we throw a die. So head vandaduna, we throw a die, which means what are your possible outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Find the sample space. So sample space eppadi irukum? Head vandaduna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tail vandaduna either red ball 1 or red ball 2 or red ball 3. Sorry, blue ball 1. Black ball 1, black ball 2 and black ball 3. So this is your sample space. Okay. Question number 16. A die is thrown repeatedly until 6 comes up. This is our example until head comes up. Until 6 comes up. So what is your sample space? You can get a 6 in your first try. Or you can get a 6 in your second try. Or you can get a 6 in your third try. So 1, marubadiyum 1 varudhu, comma 6. And so on. Similarly, you can have 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 1, 1, 6, 1, 2, 6 and so on until 1, 5, 6. Similarly, you can have 1, 1, 1, 6. It can come in your fourth try. So this goes on. Okay, this is an infinite sample space. So moving on to the next topic, we have events. So first is an impossible event. Impossible event na enna artham? Suppose you throw a die. What is your sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so this is your sample space. Your impossible event is to get the number 7. Can you get the number 7? No. So which means your event, which is represented by E, this we represent, the sample space is represented by S within curly brackets. Correct? So if this is your sample space, the event is represented by this. If you have no element, impossible event na, we define by the null set, which you learnt in your set theory chapter. Okay? What do you mean by sure events? For example, let the question be, what is the sample space that you get the numbers from 1 to 6 when you roll the die? So your event will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You see that E equals S. If the event itself is equal to the sample space, it means it's a sure event. Kandipa nadakum. Impossible event na nadakave nadakadu. 7 varave mudiyadu. In the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the whole event order sample space which is equal to the given sample space. Okay. Next is the simple event. What do you mean by a simple event? You have coin. So you get HH, HT, TH and TT. This is when you have 2 coins. Correct? So when it comes to simple event, for example, E1 is 2 heads. E2 is such that the first outcome is a head and second outcome is a tail. So basically, then I split panni edhuren. So if I have E3 equals TH and E4 equals TT. So I describe my events like this. So event 1 la ஒரே ஒரு element தான் இருக்கு. I call this the sample point. I have only one sample point. So this particular way of representing elements is called a simple event. இப்போ compound event na enna? How is it different from a simple event? For compound event, for example, event 1 has at least one head. At least one head na one head irukkalam illa two heads irukkalam. So what will be my sample space? HH, HT, TH. I see that there are three sample points. 1, 2, 3. மூணு sample point இருக்கு. Which means this is a compound event. Simple event na I'll only have one sample point. Okay, clear? This is a simple event with one sample point. Compound event na I'll have three sample points. Okay? Then I have a complementary event. Complementary event na enna artham? So for example, when you roll a die and you have to get only the even numbers. So I have E1 to be 2, 4, 6. What is my actual sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? So what is my complement of E, which is E1 tag? Complement another, the elements that are not in this and are in the sample set, which means I have 1, 3 and 5. So basically E1 tag is a complement of E1. Okay? Whatever is there in the sample space and is not in E1 will be there in E1 tag. Okay? So this is my complementary event. இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம செட்ஸ்ல படிச்சதுதான். If you have A or B, it means it is A union B. அப்போ probability என்ன வரும்? Probability of A union B ன்னு வரும். If it is A and B, you have A intersection B. And if you have A and not B, but not B, அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? A intersection B tag, or you can write it as A minus B. It is in A and not in B. You have learned this in set chapter. Okay? அதுக்கப்புறம், so these are all the things that you have learned in your set theory chapter. A or B na union. A and B na intersection. A but not B. You have a Venn diagram also. A but not B. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? It is in A but it's not in B. So you do not shade this area. Okay? Example 6. It is a very simple example. Consider the experiment of rolling a die. Let A be the event getting a prime number. So first sample space enna? Rolling a die. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you have A, which is a prime number. What are all the prime numbers? 2, 3 and 5. And B is the event of getting an odd number. Odd number ennala? 1, 3, 5. Okay? So what are they asking? First subsection A or B. Second subsection A and B. Third subsection A but not B. And fourth subsection not A, which is the complement. Okay, not A na enartham? It is A tag. So what will you do? A or B is A union B. A union B la enna edhuvom? We write all the elements without repetition. Okay, so A union B, you write 1, 2, 3 and 5. So this is A union B. What is A and B? It is A intersection B, which means you write the common elements. So 3 and 5. You have 3 and 5 in both A and B. Okay? இப்போ A but not B அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? It is A minus B. இல்லாட்டி இது எப்படி எழுதலாம்? Or it is A intersection B dash. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? A ல இருக்கு ஆனா B ல இல்ல. So you have 2. Here there is no 2. You have 3 and 5 in B. So you should not write that. So this is nothing but only 2. இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல not A. What is in not in A? It is S minus A. Sample space minus A is nothing but what is in your sample space and not in A? 1, 2 irukku, 3 irukku, 5 irukku. So it's 1, 4 and 6. So 1, 4 and 6 is not A. Okay? Next you have mutually exclusive events. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? It means when you have 3 events A, B, C இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. You should have A intersection B is a null set, A intersection C is a null set, and B intersection C is a null set. It should be pairwise disjoint. pair disjoint இருக்கணும். Disjoint na enna? There is no intersection. So A intersection B, A intersection C, B intersection C. மூணுமே disjoint இருக்கணும். This means they are mutually exclusive. Exhaustive events na enna? Suppose you have a sample space. You have the events A, B and C. So A union B union C should be equal to the sample space. இது ஒரு condition, which means எல்லா union பண்ணா sample space வந்துடணும். Second condition is they should be pairwise disjoint, which means A intersection B is null set, B intersection C is null set, and A intersection C is a null set. So you should satisfy two conditions for the event to be exhaustive. Okay? Mutually exclusive na enna? Endha intersection o illa. Exhaustive events na intersection illa, but when you club all the events, you should get the sample space in total. Okay? Example 7. Two dice are thrown and the sum of the numbers which come up on the die is noted. Let us consider the following events. Okay? So first die irukku. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first 1, 1. Then 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. You have 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. In the exam, please write 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay? Inge na shorthand எழுதுறேன். 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1. 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2. 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. 4, 3, 4, 4. So this is my sample space. So A another, the sum is even. So what will be my sample space? Sum even na, in the இடத்துல 1 plus 1. So it will be 1, 1, comma, inge the sum will be even. So it will be 1, 3, then 1, 5. First line முடிஞ்சது. Second line, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 6. Third line, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 5. Then 4, 2, 4, 4, 4, 6. Basically என்ன sum வந்து even சொல்றாங்க. So add பண்ணா even number வரணும். So 5 plus 1 6, 5 plus 3 8, 5 plus 5 10, 5 plus 4 9, odd number. So 5 1, 5 3, 5 5. Then you have 6 2, 6 4, 6 6. This is the sample space of A. Then you have B. The sum is a multiple of 3. Sum should be a multiple of 3. அப்போ 2 இது add பண்ணா என்ன வருது 3 வருது. It is a multiple of 3. So you have 1 2. Then 1 plus 3 4, 1 plus 4 5, 1 plus 5 6. So you have 1 5. அடுத்த லைன்ல 2 1, 2 4. Next line 3 3, 3 6. Next line 4 2, 4 5. What is the divisibility check to check if the number is divisible by 3? 4 plus 2, 6. 6 divisible by 3. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 divisible by 3. அடுத்த லைன்ல 5 1, 5 4. Next line 6 3, 6 6. So this is the sample space of B. அடுத்து the sample space, the sum is less than number 4. C வந்து the sum is less than 4. Appo I have 1 plus 1. 1 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 1 2. Sum is less than 4. Abdina 1 plus 3 edukka kudadu. It is less than or equal to 4. But in a question la enna only less than 4. The sum is less than 4 na idu edukka kudadu. Then I have 2 1. 3 1 varadu. It is already greater than 3. So this is my sample space for C. What is D? The sum is greater than 11. Sum greater than 11 na 6 plus 6 say 12. I have 6 plus 5 which is 11. It should be greater than 11, not equal to 11. So it is only 6, 6. So this is my sample space for D. So now what are they asking? Which pairs of these events are mutually exclusive? Mutually exclusive na enna artham? There should not be any intersection. Correct? So now I see that. Let's check for A and B. A and B la I have 15. that is common. So இந்த இடத்துலயே 15 இருக்கு, இந்த இடத்துலயே 15 இருக்கு. So which means A intersection B is not a null set. Correct? So let me write. A intersection B is not a null set. So this is first point. அடுத்து A and C la paapom. So I have 1 1 here, I have 1 1 here, which means A intersection C is also not a null set. Okay? Then let me see for B and C. B and C la enna common ah irukku? I see 21 and 21, which means B intersection C is also not equal to null set because there is some intersection. Illaya? So ange intersection irukku. So now AB, AC, BC. Now let me check AD. AD ku edavadhu common ah iruka? So I have 66. So I have 66 here and 6,6. Sorry, it's not 66. 6,6. A intersection D is also not a null set. Let me check for B intersection D and C intersection D. B intersection D enna irukku? I have a 6 6 here also. So I have a 6 6 and a 6 6. So B intersection D is also not a null set. C intersection D, they do not have any intersections. So it means this is a null set. This is not equal to null set. So only C and D are mutually exclusive. C and D are mutually exclusive. Example 8. A coin is tossed 3 times. Okay? So sample space enna? Sample space. 3 thiliyume head varalam. Changing my ones place. Changing my tens place. Changing my hundreds place. Abhina nartham T. So T, 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 H. Changing my ones place. Then changing my tens place. So T, H, T, T, H, H. So this is my sample space. இப்போ என்ன கொடுத்திருக்கு? No head appears. A equals no head. No head எங்க இருக்கு? Head, 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 head. So A will be T, T, T. What will be my B? Exactly one head appears. இங்க 3 head, 2 heads, 2. So here. So I have H, T, 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 H and T, H, T. So exactly one head appears. This is my B. What is my C? C is at least 2 heads. At least 2 head na you can have 2 heads or more than 2 heads. So 2 irkalam illa 3 irkalam. So I can have 3 heads, 2 heads, H H T, H T H. Idu irukka mudiyadhu. I need at least 2. So minimum 2. So minimum 2 na 2 irkalam 3 irkalam. So this is ruled out, this is ruled out, gone, gone, this one. So T H H. So this is my ABC. I have no head அப்படினா TTT மட்டும்தான். I have only one head. So இதுல மட்டும்தான் one head இருக்கு. Here at least 2 heads. So I can have 2 heads or 3 heads. Okay? So this is my sample space. Do they form a set of mutually exclusive and exhaustive events? Okay? So இப்போ mutually exclusive ஆன எப்படி பாப்போம்? Let us see A intersection B, A intersection C and B intersection C. இது மூணுத்தையும் தான் பார்க்கணும். இப்போ what is A intersection B? Nothing. Null set. A intersection C, I don't have a TTT here. So this is also a null set. What is my B intersection C? இங்க ஒரே ஒரு head தான் இருக்கு. இங்க ரெண்டு headல இருந்து தான் இருக்கு. So obviously there won't be any intersection. So which means they are mutually exclusive. So how do you check if they are exhaustive? Exhaustive na A union B union C should be the whole sample space. This means they are exhaustive. So let's check. So S equals. So A union B union C equals TTT, HTT, TTH, THT, HHH, HHT, HTH, THH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 elements and they are equal to the sample space, which means they are exhaustive. So they are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Okay? Moving on to exercise 16.2. Question number 1. A die is rolled. Let E be the event that the die shows 4. So E is the event where the die shows the number 4. and f be the event that the die shows an even number. So even number என்னலாம் இருக்கு 2, 4 and 6. Are E and F mutually exclusive? So you have to check for E intersection F. What is E intersection F? It is 4. So it is not equal to null set. So it is not mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive na enna artham? The intersection should be a null set. Mutually exclusive ah irukanum. It should not have an intersection. Here there is an intersection. So it means they are not mutually exclusive. Second question. A die is thrown. Describe the following events. First one. A number less than 7. You're rolling a die. So you have number less than 7 now. You have everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is A. What is my B? A number greater than 7. Number greater than 7 now. It is a null set. You don't have anything. What is my C? Is a multiple of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is a multiple of 3? 3 and 6. What is my D? D is a number less than 4. Number less than 4 now 1, 2 and 3. You cannot include 4 because it is less than 4. Not equal to 4. Okay. Then 5. An even number greater than 4. Even number greater than 4 now it is only 6. 5 kadayadu. Ena even number greater than 4. You have two conditions. The number has to be greater than 4 and it has to be an even number. So only 6. Apro what is my F? A number not less than 3. If a number less than 3 na eppadi irukom? 1, 2 nu irukom. Not na whatever is in this and whatever is in this and not in this. So it will be 3, 4, 5 and 6. Understand? Is it clear? It is given that a number is not less than 3. Not less than 3 na it is greater than or equal to 3. Okay? The number is not less than 3 abdina it is greater than or equal to 3. Number which is less than 3 is 1, 2. So the number which is not less than 3 it will be 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's how you get F. Okay. Now what is asked? Find A union B, A intersection B, B union C, E intersection F, D intersection E, A minus C, D minus E, E intersection F dash and F dash, which means F not. Okay. Appo A union B enna? A and B la irukano and there should be no repetition. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A intersection B is a null set. You don't have any intersection. What is B union C? 3, 6. E intersection F. E intersection F. What is the common element in both E and F? It is number 6. Adutha. D intersection E. So idu rendukku intersection enna? You do not have an intersection. Null set. A minus C, which means the elements are in A but not in C. So A la irukku, C la illa. Appo C la enna irukku? 3, 6 irukku. Appo 3, 6 omit pannidnom. A la irukku, C la illa, which means you have to write 1, 2, 4, 5. So I have 1, 2, 4, 5. D minus E. D minus E na whatever is in D but not in E. Appo idhula irukradha mattum dhaan eludum. So 1, 2, 3. E intersection F dash, which means it is in E but not in F. This can also be written as E minus F. Ilya, you have a Venn diagram. This is E, F. E intersection F dash. F dash na anna this whole thing. E intersection F dash na it will be this part. So it will be E minus F, not including F. E minus F na another. You can write 6. And which is not in this, which is not possible. So it is a null set. Inge irukano ana inge irukudadu, but 6 is already in F, so you cannot write. What is my F dash? The number which is less than 3. Idhu. Okay, so it is 1, 2. Question number 3. An experiment involves rolling a pair of dice and recording the numbers that come up. A. The sum is greater than 8. The sum is greater than 8. So sample space eppadi irukum? So it will be 6, 6, 6, 5, 6, 4, 6, 3, 6, 2 varadu because it has to be greater than 8, not equal to 8. So in the line mudijada, let's go to the second last line. So I have 5, 6, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5, 3 varadu. Okay. Next I have 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 4 varadu because 4 plus 4 is 8. Then I have 3, 6. I won't be taking 3, 5. Then what do I have? 2, 6. I cannot take that. 1 6 எடுக்க முடியாது. So this is my sample space for A. The numbers which are greater than, the sum is greater than 8. Okay, so this is one subsection A. And B, 2 occurs on either die. So I have 2 occurring on either die. So it can be 1 comma ஏதா ஒரு டைல 2 வரலாம் இல்ல ரெண்டு டைலயும் 2 வரலாம். So I have 1 comma 2. I write it as 1 2. I have 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. I have these lines. So I have 3 2, 4 2, 5 2 and 6 2. So B can occur on either of the dice. அப்படினா அர்த்தம் ரெண்டு டைலயும் வரலாம் இல்ல ஒரே ஒரு டைலயும் வரலாம். So this is my possible outcomes of B. What is my C? The sum is at least 7 and a multiple of 3. At least 7 na, the minimum number has to be 7. So the sum can be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are my possibilities of the sum to be at least 7. But in our condition, it has to be a multiple of 3. So the sum can be only 9 or 12. Okay, so you have to pick up numbers whose sum is 9 or 12. So it will be last line. So 6 plus 6, 12. So I have 6 comma 6. Then I have 6 plus 3, which is 9. In the line mudijudhu. Then I have 5 plus 4, 9. What else? Nothing else. They have to be a multiple of 3, but it has to be, the sum has to be greater than 7. Adnala I am not taking 5 comma 1 because the sum is 6. The sum has to be at least 7, which means 7 and above. Correct? So 5 4 mudijudhu. Then what is my possibility? I have 4 5. Then what else? I have 3 6. Then I have nothing else. Okay, so this is my last number. So my sample space for C will be this. அடுத்தது, which pair of these events are mutually exclusive? Mutually exclusive na enna la paakano? A intersection B, A intersection C, B intersection C. So let's see if they are all null set. So A intersection B, do you see any intersection? I don't think there is any intersection. A is a number that is greater than 8 and here it is a multiple of 3. So A intersection B is a null set. A intersection C, I have 66. So it is not a null set. B intersection C la there is no intersection. So this is a null set. So I see that A and B and C are mutually exclusive. Okay. Question number 4. 3 coins are tossed once. Let A denote the even. First sample space edila. So sample space enna? H H H. Ones place change panna H H T. Then I have tens place H T H, H T T. Then hundreds place. Appa enna agum? T T T, T T H ones place. Then I have T H T, T H H. So this is my sample space. So enna kuduthirukku? A denotes the event with 3 head show. So A வந்து 3 head. So it is H H H. B denotes the event 2 heads and 1 tail. So B வந்து 2 heads and 1 tail, which means H H T, H T H. What else? T H H. Okay, so 2 heads and 1 tail show. Then I have C is the event 3 tails. Okay, so C வந்து 3 tails. So T T T. D enna denotes the event head shows on the first coin. First coin ellame head. So all this. So I have H H H, H H T, H T H and H T T. Okay. So I have to show whether they are mutually exclusive. So first mutually exclusive na A intersection B, A intersection C, A intersection D. So let me first do this. So A intersection B and there is no intersection, null set. A intersection C and no intersection, null set. A intersection D and H H H irukku. So this is not a null set. So which means A and B, A and C are mutually exclusive. A and D are not mutually exclusive. So A mudijudhu. I have B intersection C, B intersection D, C intersection D. What is my B intersection C? Nothing. Null set. B intersection D, I have HHT, HTH. So, this is so it is not a null set. So, that is C intersection D and TTT. So, this is a null set. So, which means B and C are mutually exclusive. Adhe mari C, D mutually exclusive. B and D not mutually exclusive. Okay. Next, are they simple? Simple na anartham. A is a simple event. C is a simple event. B and D are compound events. Yeah, in the இடத்துல ஒரே ஒரு sample point தான் இருக்கு. இந்த இடத்துல 1, 2, 3 sample points. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. So 4 sample points. So A and C are simple elements. A, C வந்து simple events. Simple events. Compound events எதெல்லாம்? B and D வந்து compound events. Okay? So let me have this for the fifth question. So question number 5. Two events which are mutually exclusive. So A and B are mutually exclusive. A intersection B is equal to null set. So they are mutually exclusive. So you can write A to be HHH and B to be this. Okay. So they are mutually exclusive because intersection illa. So this is first subsection. Three events which are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. So you can write the first event to be all tails. The second event to be at least one head. Abdina anartham, you have HHH, HHT, HTH, THH. இது வந்து at least two heads. C வந்து only one head. Only one head na எது வரும்? HTT, TTH. HTT, TTH and THT. So what do you see? They do not have any intersection. A intersection B is equal to B intersection C is equal to A intersection C is equal to null set, which means they are mutually exclusive, and A union B union C is equal to the sample space. So which means they are exhaustive events. EE na exhaustive events. Okay. So TT irukku 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 3 events which are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Okay. Third subsection, 2 events which are not mutually exclusive. 2 events not mutually exclusive na edha edukkalam? I can take these two. So B and D intersection enna? Not equal to null set because they have HHT, HTH in common. So these two are not mutually exclusive. These are the examples. Subsection 4, 2 events which are mutually exhaustive. Sorry. 2 events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. அதாவது intersection null set இருக்கணும். ஆனா overall sample space வராது. So you can take AC. So A intersection C equal to null set. அப்படின்னா என்ன? They are mutually exclusive. But what is A union C? I have HHH and TTT. So this is not equal to the sample space, which means they are not exhaustive events. Exhaustive na enna artham? The union of all the events should be equal to the sample space. Okay. Similarly, 3 events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Abdina, you can take HHH, A, B and C. So you see that A intersection B is equal to null set. A intersection C is equal to null set. B intersection C is equal to null set. Appa pairwise they are disjoint. Correct? So mutually exclusive irukanga. But A union B union C and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements tha irukku. I have 8 elements here. I am missing 3. So A union B union C is not equal to the sample space. So they are not exclusive even, not exhaustive events. Okay. On to question number 6. 2 dice are thrown. The events A, B, C are as follows. So A another A is getting an even number on the first die. So getting an even number on the first die. Second die can be anything. So first die la even number enna? It can be 2, 4 and 6. So it can be 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. Then it can be 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5 and 4, 6. then it can be 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, 6-6. This is my sample space for A. So that getting an even number on the first die, second die la enna vena irukkalam. So sample space B eppadi irukku? Getting an odd number on the first die. So it will be the other three rows. So 1-1, 3-1, 5-1 and the row. So 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6. அதே மாதிரி 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 3-5, 3-6. Similarly 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 5-6. அதுதான் அதுக்கு மீனிங். ஓகே, டோன்ட் கீப் ஃபர்கெட்டிங். நான் இந்த மாதிரி ஷார்ட் ஹேண்ட்லேயே எழுதுறதுனால எக்ஸாம்ல இந்த மாதிரி எழுதாதீங்க ப்ளீஸ். ஓகே, then C, getting the sum of the numbers on the die less than 5. So sum வந்து 5 விட கம்மியா இருக்கணும். So it can be less than or equal to 5. So it can also be equal to 5. So 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. 4 plus 1, 5. அதோட முடிஞ்சது. So I have again 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. 2-4 வராது because the sum is 6. Then I have 3-1, 3-2. So next line 4-1. Nothing else. So this is my sample space of C. So describe the events. First A dash. A dash na artham sample space la enna irukku? So A dash will be this. So this is my sample space and this is my A. What is A dash? Sample space la irukano but A la irukka kudadu. Correct? So A dash will be whatever is in the sample space minus this. So it will be S minus A, which will be B itself. You see that? Second row, fourth row, sixth row. இது எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்துட்டு first row, third row, fifth row. இது மட்டும் எழுதினா I'll be getting B. So basically A dash is nothing but B. You have to write this whole thing again here. Okay? Second subsection, not B. Not B na anartham? It will be B dash. Not B na enna? First row, third row, fifth row. And what is not in the sample space? So sample space la meedi enna irukku? 2, 4, 6. So I have to write this. So B dash is nothing but A. You see that? So A dash is again B. B dash is again A. Okay? Then A or B. A or B na enna? A union B. A union B na you have to write all this and all this. So what do you get? A union B is the sample space itself. Okay? Fourth subsection, A and B. A intersection B. ஏதாவது intersection இருக்கா? இது எல்லாமே completely different rows. இது first row, third row, fifth row. இது second, fourth, sixth. So there is no intersection. We have a null set. 5. A but not C. So A intersection C dash, which can also be written as A minus C. A minus C la ennalam terms இருக்கு? I have to omit 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. அது எதுவுமே இங்க இல்ல. I have 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. So A la வந்து இருக்கணும், ஆனா இங்க இருக்க கூடாது. So I have to write 2-4, 2-5, 2-6. That is my second row. Third row illave illa. Fourth row. So except 41, I have to write everything else. So I have 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6. And I have 6-1, 6-2 until 6-6. Subsection 6, B or C. Abdina anartham? B union C. What is B union C? All this union this, and you should not have any repetition. So you have to write 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6. Do not repeat it again. So I have the first line 1-1, 1-2 until 1-6. Second line la ellame irukku because I don't have it here. Second line la 3-1, 3-2, 3-4, 3-5. I also have 2-1, 2-2, 2-3 in the second line. So 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. In the third line I have everything. So 3-1 lende 3-6 varaikum irukku. 3-1, 3-2 until 3-6. What else do I have? 4-1 irukku. So 4-1. Then I have 5-1 until 5-6. 5-1 until 5-6. Okay, so basically B union C na enna? B liyum irukano, C liyum irukano without any repetition. You have learnt all this in your set chapter. We are just dealing with numbers here. Okay, so this is 6th subsection. 7th, B and C. So B and C na anartham? B intersection C. What are the common elements? 11, 12, 13, 14. 3-1, 3-2. What else? Nothing else. So I have 11, 12, 13, 14, 3-1, 3-2. Okay. 8th subsection, A intersection B dash intersection C dash. A intersection B dash C dash na anartham. A intersection B dash is nothing but A. So I can write it as A intersection A intersection C dash. Okay, so A intersection A enna? A itself. A intersection C dash. C dash, the numbers that are here but are not in C, correct? So what is my C dash? Let me write that first. So C dash la sample space enna? I have 4 1 illa, so I have 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6. Then I have 5 1 lende 5 6, 6 1 lende 6 6. So 5 1 lende 5 6, 6 1 lende 6 6. So this is my C dash. Now what is my A intersection C dash? A ko C dash ko enna intersection irukku? I have 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. Let me just circle them. So I have 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. What else? 4 la aramikkudu. So I have 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6. 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6. 5 illa. Then I have 6, all this. 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6. So I have all this. Okay. So this is my A intersection C dash. I do not have place to write. So please write it down. A intersection C dash is all the values that I have encircled. Okay. So 2 4, 2 5, 2 6 and so on until 6 6. Please write it down. Only the values that are circled in red. Okay. Question number 7. State true or false. A and B are mutually exclusive. You have to find A intersection B. What is my A intersection B? It is a null set. So they are mutually exclusive. Okay. Then second subsection. A and B are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. A intersection B is a null set. So it's mutually exclusive. Also A union B is equal to the sample set. If I union panna, I'll get the sample set itself. So it is mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Exclusive and also exhaustive. So what is my third subsection? A equals B dash. We have already proved that in the sixth question. A equals B dash. B dash and whatever is in the sample space but not in B. So this is also true. So this is true, and this is also true. A and C are mutually exclusive. A intersection C. So you see that there is an intersection 2 1, 2 2, 2 3. So this is not equal to null set. So this is false. They are not mutually exclusive. Next, A and B dash are mutually exclusive. A intersection B dash. B dash is nothing but A. So A intersection A is A, which is not a null set. Correct? If it is not a null set, it is not mutually exclusive. So it is a false. Okay. Sixth subsection. A dash, B dash and C. So A dash, B dash and C are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. A dash is nothing but B. B dash is nothing but A. Correct? You saw that in the question number 6. So B, A and C. So you have A intersection B is null set. A intersection C is not a null set. So A intersection C is not equal to null set, which means they are not mutually exclusive. Which means they are not exhaustive. So not exhaustive. So which means false. Okay. Next comes the axiomatic approach. Axiomatic approach la, so you have two rules to remember. One another, the probability of an event should always be between 0 and 1. 0 ku kizha negative um pokudadu, 1 ku melayum pokudadu. The next one is the sum of all probability. இப்போ ஒரு 4 event இருக்குன்னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க. You have A, B, C and D. So probability of all the 4 events should sum up to always 1. It should not go beyond 1. Okay. So let's solve an example to see this. So there's example 9. So I'll write the question first. So I have 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6 and 1 by 6. This is the first subsection. Next 1, all zeros. Next I have 1 by 8, 2 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, minus 4, minus 1 by 3. 1 by 12, 1 by 12, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 3 by 2. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5 and 0.6. So, இப்போ இது எதெல்லாம் இந்த rules satisfy பண்ணுதுன்னு நம்ம பார்க்கணும். Okay? So, this is subsection A. You see that all the probabilities are between 0 and 1. So, the first condition is satisfied. Second condition என்ன? The sum of all probabilities should be 1. So, இந்த இடத்துல 1, 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6. இது எல்லாத்தையும் add பண்ணா what will I have? I have a common denominator. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 6 times add பண்ணா you'll get 6 by 6, which is 1. So, the sum of all probabilities is 1. So, the first case is true. Okay, you have 6 different events, you have 6 different probabilities, எல்லாத்தையும் add பண்ணா you get a 1 and you see that the probability values are between 0 and 1. இப்போ second subsection பார்ப்போம். We have 1 and 0. You also see that there is less than or equal to, இங்கேயும் less than or equal to இருக்கு. So, it can be equal to 0 also, it can be equal to 1 also, இல்லாட்டி அதுக்கு நடுவுலையும் இருக்கலாம். So, இந்த இடத்துல I see a 1 and the rest are all zeros. So, இப்போ இதெல்லாத்தையும் add பண்ணா my sum of probability is 1. So, it satisfies both the conditions. So, இதுவுமே true. What about my third subsection? I have these numbers to be between 0 and 1. But in the number, it is a negative number. You cannot have a negative probability. So, this is false. Next subsection. In the இடத்துல you see all these numbers are between 0 and 1. But 3 by 2 என்னது? It is 1 point something. So, 1 point something is a number which is greater than 1. Correct? It has to be always less than 1. So, it does not satisfy the first condition. அப்ப இது என்னது? இதுவும் false. You need not check the second condition if the first condition itself is false. ஏன்னா ஒன்னு தப்புனா ரெண்டுமே தப்பு. ரெண்டுத்தையுமே satisfy பண்ணணும். Not this or this. Okay? Next subsection. When I add all these, I get 2.1. I see that all the probabilities are between 0 and 1. But மொத்தமா add பண்ணும்போது, I get 2.1. It is a number which is greater than 1. Which is not possible. So, this is also false. Okay? I missed an E. We have probability of an event. இது வந்து நம்ம செட் சாப்டர்லயே படிச்சதுதான். You have learned A union B is A, அதாவது n of A union B is nothing but n of A plus n of B plus minus n of A intersection B. கரெக்டா? அதே மாதிரி இங்க probability termsல எழுத போறோம். So, we have probability of A union B is nothing but probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. இது ஒரு இடத்துல யூஸ் பண்ண போறோம். Then we have a probability of event which is not A. So, probability of not A எப்படி எழுதலாம்? I can write it as 1 minus probability of A. So, basically probability of A plus probability of not A. அதாவது A நடந்தது plus A நடக்கல. Their summation is always 1. You have to remember these two when you are solving questions. Okay? So, let's solve some example questions using this. Example 10. One card is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. If each outcome is equally likely, calculate the probability that the card will be a diamond. First, total outcome enna? Total outcome is the number of cards. How many cards do you have in a deck? You have 52 cards. Then, first subsection enna? Diamond enna nu kekranga. So, how do you write the probability? The probability of getting a diamond D nu edran is number of favorable outcome divided by the total outcome. So, இப்போ favorable outcome என்ன? ஒரு deck of cardsல எவ்வளோ diamond இருக்கு? I have 13 diamond cards. A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. So, I have 13. And what is my total outcome? It is 52. So, I will be left with 1 by 4. This is my first subsection. Next, I have not an ace. Not an ace na enna artham? So, first let us find for what happens when it's an ace. So, probability of ace இருந்ததுனா மொத்தம் எத்தனை ace இருக்கு? You have A of spade, clover and you have A of diamond and heart. அப்போ 4 இருக்கு. So, I have 4 divided by 52 which is 1 by 13. It is probability of an ace. Not an ace na என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? So, probability of not an ace will be 1 minus probability of ace. So, it will be 1 minus 1 by 13 which is 13 minus 1 by 13 which is 12 by 13. Okay? Next subsection. a black card, club இல்ல spade. So black cardனா எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? Probability of a black card will be 13 plus 13. You have 13 spades and 13 clubs. So you have 13 plus 13 divided by 52. So I'll have 26 divided by 52, which is 1 by 2. Okay, fourth subsection, not a diamond. இப்பதான் நம்ம diamondக்கு என்னன்னு பார்த்தோம். அப்ப not a diamond என்னது? It is 1 minus P of D is not a diamond. So P of D dash. Okay, so it will be 1 minus 13 divided by 52, which is 52 minus 13 by 52, which will be 39 divided by 52. So it will be 3 by 4. Last subsection 5. It is not a black card. இப்பதான் black card க்கு என்னன்னு பார்த்தோம். So if it is not a black card, probability of not black will be 1 minus probability of a black card. So it will be 1 minus 1 by 2, which will be half. Okay. Example 11. A bag contains 9 discs. அப்போ total என்ன? Total will be 9. It has 4 red. அப்போ red வந்து 4, blue 3 and 2 yellow. So blue is 3 and yellow 2. So you have 9 discs in total, 4 red, 3 blue and 2 yellow. The discs are similar in shape and size. A disc is drawn at random from a bag. Calculate the probability that it will be red. So first red இருக்கணும்னா probability of getting a red is the favorable outcome. What is your favorable outcome? 4 divided by total outcome, which is 9. So அதே மாதிரி blue என்னது? Probability of blue will be 3 divided by 9, which is 1 by 3. Similarly, probability of yellow, drawing a disc which is yellow, is 2 divided by 9. What is the probability that it's not blue? So probability of not blue will be 1 minus probability of blue. Blue can have 1 by 3. So I have 1 minus 1 by 3, which will be 2 by 3. Last subsection, either red or blue. So red or blue. So in the terminology, நம்ம setல எப்படி எழுதுவோம்? Probability of red union blue. So when you have or, it is union. Correcta? Intersection இருந்ததுன்னா and இருந்திருக்கும். If it is or, you have a union. So probability of red union blue என்னது? Probability of red plus probability of blue minus probability of red intersection blue. But ஒரு disc, when you are picking up a disc from a bag, when you pick up a red, you cannot take a blue simultaneously. So there is no intersection basically. Correct? You only pick up one disc at a time. So red எடுக்கும்போது you cannot take a blue. Blue எடுக்கும்போது you cannot take a red. So basically there is no intersection, which means the red and the blue discs are mutually exclusive. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? P of R intersection B is 0. அதை substitute பண்ணா what will it be? Probability of red will be 4 by 9 plus probability of blue will be 3 by 9. So it will be 4 plus 3 by 9, which is 7 by 9. Okay? You understand why this is 0? This is because red and blue are mutually exclusive events. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? அவங்களுக்கு intersection கிடையாது. Okay? You cannot pick red and blue simultaneously because you're picking only one disc at a time. Okay? Example 12. Two students, Anil and Ashma, appeared in the examination. Probability of Anil will qualify the exam is 0.05. So, na Anil ku vandu, I'll take him as P and Ashima. So, I denote Anil by P and Ashima by Q. So, the probability that Anil will qualify the exam is 0.05. So, probability that P வேண்டாம். நம்ம probability use பண்றதுனால I'll go with Q and R. Okay? So, probability of Q is 0.05 and Ashima will qualify the exam is 0.10. So, probability that Ashima will qualify is 0.10. The probability that both will qualify the exam, அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? Q intersection R ரெண்டு பேருமே qualify பண்ணிடுவாங்கன்னா that is 0.02. Find the probability that both Anil and Ashima will not qualify the exam. ரெண்டு பேருமே qualify பண்ண மாட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா Q dash intersection R dash, which means Anilum qualify பண்ணல, Ashimaவும் qualify பண்ணல. It is an and. Okay, Anil and Ashima did not qualify the exam. So probability of Q dash intersection R dash கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். நம்ம டி மார்கன் லால என்ன படிச்சிருக்கோம்? A dash intersection B dash is nothing but A union B the whole dash. இது வந்து De Morgan law. You would have learnt it in your 10th standard. So probability of, it will be Q union R the whole dash. So probability of Q union R the whole dash another, it will be 1 minus probability of Q union R. Okay, so இப்போ இது என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், அப்புறம் 1ல இருந்து சப்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணனும், இந்த ஸ்டெப்பை மறந்துடாதீங்க. So probability of Q union R will be probability of Q plus probability of R minus probability of Q intersection R. So என்ன வரும், probability of Q is 0.05 plus 0.10 minus 0.02. So first add பண்ணுங்க. So you'll have 0.15 minus 0.02. So this will be 0.13. So this will be my P of Q union R. ஆனா எனக்கு என்ன வேணும், 1 minus வேணும். So P of Q union R the whole dash is nothing but 1 minus 0.13. So this will be 0.87. Okay? Correct. Correct. Second subsection. At least one of them will not qualify the exam. So இப்போ basically sample space எப்படி இருக்கும், அனில் ஆஷிமா ரெண்டு பேரும் கிளியர் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, இல்லாட்டி அனில் கிளியர் பண்ணல ஆஷிமா கிளியர் பண்ணிட்டா, இல்லாட்டி அனில் கிளியர் பண்ணிட்டா ஆஷிமா கிளியர் பண்ணல. ஓகே, ஆர் ஐ ஹேவ் அனிலும் கிளியர் பண்ணல ஆஷிமாவும் கிளியர் பண்ணல. வாட் இஸ் மை கொஸ்டின்? அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒன் ஆஃப் தெம் வில் நாட் குவாலிஃபை தி எக்ஸாம். அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம், ஒன்னா இவன் குவாலிஃபை பண்ண மாட்டான், இல்ல இவன் குவாலிஃபை பண்ண மாட்டான், இது குவாலிஃபை ஆகாது. கரெக்டா? ஸோ வாட் வில் பி மை நெகேஷன், வாட் வில் பி மை நாட் ப்ராபபிலிட்டி? ஸோ ஐ நீட் ப்ராபபிலிட்டி ஆஃப் at least one will not qualify is nothing but 1 minus probability that both will qualify. Correct? At least one will not qualify na, onna Anil qualify panna maatan, illa Ashima will not qualify, or both of them will not qualify. What is the negation? Both of them will qualify. Okay, so probability of at least one of them will not qualify is 1 minus both will qualify. So it will be 1 minus probability of P 1 minus probability of Q intersection R, which is 1 minus, what is my Q intersection R? It is 0.02. So which will be 1 minus 0.02 is 0.98. Okay, subsection C. Only one of them will qualify the examination. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம், probability that Anil qualify பண்ணிட்டான் and Ashima did not qualify, or Anil did not qualify and Ashima qualified. அதான அர்த்தம், only one of them will qualify. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம், Anil qualify பண்றான், Ashima qualify பண்ணல. So this is an and case. Here Anil did not qualify and Ashima qualified. So which means this is also an and case. So இது எப்படி எழுதலாம், probability of Q intersection R dash is nothing but probability of, let me draw a Venn diagram. So I have Q and R. So probability of Q intersection R dash, and R dash is nothing but the whole thing except the R. Q intersection R dash will be only this area. So what is this area? Probability of Q minus probability of Q intersection R. Correct? So it will be probability of Q minus probability of Q intersection R. Probability of Q intersection R dash is nothing but R dash another, this is my R. R dash will be everything except this circle. So Q intersection R dash and Q R dash inga intersect agudhu, it will intersect in this part. So what is this part? This is basically probability of Q minus probability of in the intersection, Q intersection R. Similarly, probability of Q dash intersection R எப்படி இருக்கும், Q dash is everything except this circle, intersecting with R will be this area. So in the area another, it will be probability of R minus probability of Q intersection R. Correct? So it will be probability of R minus probability of Q intersection R. So what will be my value? Let me substitute the values I have. So 0.05 minus 0.02 plus 0.1 minus 0.02. Positive values la add பண்றேன், negative values la add பண்றேன். So I have 0.05 plus 0.1, which is 0.15 minus 0.02, 0.02. Another 0.02. 0, 4. இப்போ இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் subtract பண்ணா I have 0.11. Okay, so this is my final probability. Okay. A committee of 2 persons is selected from 2 men and 2 women. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? Men ரெண்டு பேர் இருக்காங்க. Women there are 2 people. Okay. What is the probability that the committee will have no man, 1 man and 2 men? Okay. So இப்போ total என்னது? My total is 2 plus 2 which is equal to 4. I need to select 2 people for the committee. So for the committee I need 2 people. So basically probability of no man. So what will be my total outcome? I have 4 people in total including 2 men and 2 women. Appa I need to choose 2 people from the 4 people that I have in total. Yena committee la I need only 2 people. So I am choosing 4C2 and I need no man. Abdina enna artham? I need to choose only from the women. Correct? Appa enna irukum? It will be 2C2. No man na enna artham? You need not take this into consideration. You have to choose 2 people from the 2 women that is left. So 2C2 என்னது combination நம்ம என்ன படிச்சிருக்கோம்? NCR is nothing but n factorial divided by r factorial times n minus r the whole factorial. So 2C2 will be 2 factorial divided by 0 factorial times 2 factorial the whole divided by 4C2 will be 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 2 factorial. So numerator will become a 1. 0 factorial is nothing but 1. So 1 divided by 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 into 2 factorial divided by denominator 2 factorial 2 factorial. So this and this will get cancelled. 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1. So if the 2 numerator kondu pona I will be left with 2 divided by 4 into 3. This cancel agum. So I am left with 1 by 6. So the probability that there should be no man in the committee will be only women 2C2 divided by total outcome enna I need 2 people for the committee. I have to choose from 4 people that I have. So it is 4C2. Okay. Next subsection. I need 1 man. So probability of 1 man another, the total outcome will again be 4C2 because I need to choose 2 people from 4 people. But ஒரே ஒரு man தான் வேணும்னா I have to choose 1 man from this. So 2C1 choose பண்ணனும். Times I need another person. அத நான் womanல இருந்து தான் எடுக்கணும். So I have 2C1. Clear? எனக்கு ரெண்டு பேர் வேணும். ஒரே ஒரு man தான் வேணும். So I am choosing from the 2 men that I have 2C1. Then I have what is left? 2 women. So 2 women length or women edukren. So what will it be? 2C1 will be 2 factorial divided by 1 factorial times 1 factorial which will be 2. So 2C1 is basically 2 times 2 divided by 4C2 is nothing but 4 times 3 divided by 2. இப்பதான் நம்ம அங்க பண்ணோம். So I have 4 times 2. I am taking this to the numerator divided by 4 times 3. So 4 cancel ஆச்சுனா I am left with 2 by 3. Okay. Next subsection. 2 men. So subsection C, probability of 2 men will be, total outcome will always be 4C2. 2 men na I'll choose from the 2 people that I have here. So I have 2C2 which will be 2C2 will again be 1. So 1 divided by 4 into 3 divided by 2 which will again be 1 divided by 6, the same as this. Okay. On to exercise 16.3. Question number 1. Which of the following cannot be a valid assignment of probabilities for the outcomes of sample space? Question is visible to you on the screen. So first question enna kuduthirukku? 7 probabilities kuduthirukku. So first let us see if they all satisfy the condition. 0.1, 0.01, 0.05, 0.03, 0.01, 0.2, 0.6. So basically எல்லா probabilityயும் நம்மளோட ரெண்டு rules என்ன இருக்கு? The value of the probability should be between 0 and 1 including 0 and 1. இது ஒன்னு. இன்னொன்னு sum of all probabilities should be 1. கரெக்ட்டா? So இந்த இடத்துல first எல்லாமே between 0 and 1 na. So every number is between 0 and 1. So the first condition is satisfied. What about the second condition? இது எல்லாத்தையும் add பண்ணா என்ன வருது? 0.6 plus 0.2, 0.8. 0.8 plus 0.1, 0.9. 0.9 plus இதெல்லாம் என்ன இருக்கு? 0.05. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 0.1. 0.9 plus 0.1 என்ன? 1. So in the condition is satisfied. So for the first subsection, true. Okay. Second subsection என்ன கொடுத்திருக்கு? இந்த ரெண்டு கண்டிஷனும் satisfy பண்ணுச்சுனா true. ஓகேவா? Second subsection it is 1 by 7, 1 by 7, 1 by 7, 1 by 7 repeated 7 times. So 7 வாட்டி 1 by 7 add பண்ணா என்ன வரும்? You'll get 7 by 7. So the sum of the probabilities is 1 and all the probabilities are between 0 and 1. So for the second subsection it is again true. For the third subsection you have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. So first இது எல்லாமே it is between 0 and 1. So first condition is satisfied. What about the second condition? What do you get when you add them? So என்ன வரும்? 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28. So I'm getting 2.8. So 2.8 is a number which is greater than 1. So it does not satisfy the second condition, which means false. So the given values alone is not a valid probability sample space. Okay. So, fourth subsection, you have a negative value minus 0.1 irukku. You cannot have a negative value, which means first condition satisfy agala. So this condition is false. Okay. Last subsection, I have 15 by 14. 15 by 14 is nothing but 1 point some number. Yeah, so 1 point some number it is a number which is greater than 1, which means it does not satisfy the condition 0 less than or equal to p less than or equal to 1. 0 and 1 kulla illa. So which means the answer is false. Okay. Question number 2. A coin is tossed twice. What is the probability that you get at least one tail? Okay, well, coin tossed twice now. What will be your sample space? First time you can get a head and second time you can get a head. Another possibility, HT, TH and TT. So first time coin toss பண்ணும்போது you can get a head. Second time toss பண்ணும்போது you can get a head. This is one possibility. ரெண்டாவது sample space எப்படி இருக்கும்? It will be first time you toss a coin you'll get a head. Second time you toss a coin you may get a tail. So அந்த மாதிரி இத்தனை possibility இருக்கு. So அவங்க என்ன கேக்குறாங்க? What is the probability that you're going to get at least one tail? So probability of at least one tail is the number of possible outcomes. என்னென்னலாம் outcome possible? You have 1 t here, 1 t here and 2 t's here. At least one tail na you should have minimum of one tail, maximum எவ்வளவு வேணா இருக்கலாம். So it means your sample space will be HT, TH and TT divided by the total 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? So your answer will be 3 by 4. How many sample points do you have where the tail occurs at least once? It will be 3. Out of total sample space and the number of elements is 4. So the probability is 3 by 4. Okay. Question number 3. A die is thrown. Find the probability of the following events. Appo total sample space enna? Die pota 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is your total sample space. First subsection, a prime number will appear. So let A be the event in which the prime number appears. Ennalam prime number? 1 is neither prime nor composite. Adnala adu edhiliyume sekudadu. Okay. So you start from 2. So 2, 3, 5 are your prime numbers. So what is the probability that you get prime numbers out of the total sample space? 1, 2, 3. So 3 divided by 6, which is 1 by 2. Okay. Next subsection. A number greater than or equal to 3 will appear. Appo B என்னவா இருக்கும்? Greater than or equal to 3 na it also includes 3. வெறும் greater than கொடுத்தா you should not include 3 when it's only greater than. Here it's given greater than or equal to. அப்ப 3, 4, 5, 6. So probability of getting a number greater than or equal to 3 என்ன? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is my favorable outcome divided by my total outcome, which will be 2 by 3. Third subsection. A number less than or equal to 1 will appear. Number less than or 1 na enna? 1 mattumda. There is no number which is lesser than 1 in the given sample space. So in the இடத்துல what is your probability that you get a number less than or equal to 1? Favorable outcome enna? ஒன்னே ஒண்ணுதான் இருக்கு. It is not this number 1. It is the number of elements that you have inside this. So எத்தனை element இருக்கு இதுக்குள்ள? ஒன்னே ஒண்ணுதான் இருக்கு. So 1 divided by what is my total? 6. So 1 by 6. Okay. Next subsection. A number more than 6 will appear. So more than 6 na what will be your sample space? Nothing. So it will be a null set. More than 6 என்ன இருக்கு? ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. So what will be your probability that you get a number more than 6? Number of favorable outcomes divided by the total outcome. So எதுவுமே இல்லங்கும்போது it will be 0. Probability 7 இல்லனா எப்படி 7 வரும்? அதனால probability 0. Okay. Next, a number less than 6 will appear. Less than 6 na what will be your sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should not include 6. Correct? It is less than 6. It is not less than or equal to 6. So which means what is your probability favorable outcome? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 divided by total outcome equals 6. So this is basically number of favorable outcome divided by the total outcome. Okay? Total number of outcome. This is your formula. This formula is what I've used for all the subsections. Okay? Question number 4. A card is selected from a pack of 52 cards. Now, total number of sample space is 52. How many cards do you have? 52. How many points are there in the sample space? So, so first, how many points do you have? What is your sample space? It is 52. Second subsection. Calculate the probability that the card is an ace of spades. Or a deck of cards, 52 cards, எத்தனை spade card இருக்கு? 13. You have 13 spades. Okay? So out of that, how many of ace spade you have? ஒரே ஒரு ace spade மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. அதை தவிர A என்ன இருக்கு? You have clubs, A of clubs, A of hearts and A of diamonds. So what is the probability that you have an ace of spade? ஒன்னே ஒண்ணுதான். And what is your total outcome? 52. You only have one ace of spades. So the probability is 1 by total outcome is 52. Okay? Next subsection. Calculate the probability that the card is an ace. இப்போ வந்து general ace கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. இந்த இடத்துல you had a specific design. Spade ன்னு கொடுத்திருந்தது. இந்த இடத்துல probability of ace. So how many ace do you have? A spade, A clubs, A heart and A diamonds. So you have 4 ace out of 52 cards. So this will be 1 by 13. Okay? And what is next? Probability that it's a black card. How many black cards do you have? You have 13 clubs and 13 spades. That's a black card. Red card is your diamond and hearts. So in the black card kekranga. So you have 13 spade cards plus 13 club cards. Correct? Out of 52. So your total will be 26 divided by 52, which will be 1 by 2. So this is your probability. Okay? Question number 5. A fair coin with 1 marked on one face and 6 marked on the other. So இப்போ coin இருக்கு. Coinல one faceல 1 இருக்கு. So head tail மாதிரி it has 1 on one side and 6 on the other side. ஓகேவா? அப்போ ஒரு சைடுல 1 இருக்கு, இன்னொரு சைடுல 6 இருக்கு. So this is your sample space. If the coin was a regular coin, you would have had head and tail. Regular coin இருந்தா head tail னு இருக்கும். இந்த இடத்துல இது regular coin கிடையாது. It has ஒரு சைடு 1 இருக்கு, இன்னொரு சைடு 6 இருக்கு. So your sample space of the coin will be 1, 6. And you have a die. So die oda sample space enna? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the total sample space? Idu rendathiyum setha what will be my sample space? Coin la 1 vandaduna die la 1 varalam illa 2 varalam. I can get a 3, I can get a 4, I can get a 5 and I can get a 6. Coin la 1 irukku, die la enna varalam. What are my options? I have so many options. If I get a 6 on one side, again same thing. I can get 6,2, 6,3, 6,4, 6,5 and 6,6. Do you understand? You flip a coin, you either get head or tail. In the இடத்துல you get 1 or 6. So for example, if you get 1, if you roll a die, you can get the number 3. So that's 1,3. Or you can get the number 6. So that will be 1,6. So similarly, when you toss a coin, you get number 6. அப்போ 6 வந்ததுனா, when you roll a die roll பண்ணும்போது you can get the number 4. So அப்போ அது என்ன இருக்கும்? 6,4. So இந்த மாதிரி you have so many. So what is your total sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 elements. So the number of elements in my sample space is 12. So இதுதான் total outcome. இப்போ question என்ன? Find the probability that the sum of the numbers that turn up to be 3. So இப்போ ரெண்டுத்தோட sum வந்து it should be 3. Where all do you see 3? 1 plus 1. Die la 1 வருது, coin la 1 வருது. So I have 1 plus 1, 2. So similarly, இந்த இடத்துல 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is my one option. So எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் sum 3 வருது? Sum 3 sample space will be 1, 2. Where else do I get 3? Nowhere else. So this is my only இது. So what is my number of favorable outcome? I only have one element. So probability that the sum equals 3 is the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of outcomes, which is 1 by 12. அதே மாதிரி what is my second subsection? The sum is 12. This is my sum. அப்போ sum equals 12 ஓட sample space என்னது? sample space will be where do I எந்த ரெண்டு number add பண்ணா 12 வருது 6 plus 1 is 7 6 plus 4 is 10 6 plus 6 is 12 so my only element in the sample space is 6 comma 6 so the number of elements is 1 so the probability that the sum is at 12 is 1 by total outcome என்ன 12 புரியுதா question number 6 there are 4 men and 6 women on the city council so men எவ்வளவு இருக்காங்க 4 men and women 6 so total number of people என்ன 4 plus 6 10 so there are 10 people on the council city council if one council member is selected from a committee at random so in the 10 la I'm going to select one committee member and I want it to be a woman how likely is it that it is a woman அப்ப woman na இருக்கணும்னா probability that it is a woman is the number of favorable outcome so எத்தனை women இருக்காங்க there are 6 women and what is my total strength 10 so my probability will be 6 by 10 இத simplify பண்ணா 2 3s are 2 5s are so 3 by 5 is my answer you understand there are 6 women and 4 men இப்ப men வேணும்னா என்ன பண்ணிருக்கணும் probability that I need only men அப்படினா இந்த 4 men ல இருந்து யாரா ஒருத்தர் வேணும் எனக்கு so it will be 2 by 5 I want one woman from these 6 people out of 10 people okay 10 ங்கிறது general but woman னு வரும்போது you have to go for the favorable outcomes okay question number 7 a fair coin is tossed 4 times அப்ப sample space எப்படி இருக்கும் 4 times so first time you can get head 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 and then you can get head 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 tail ones place change பண்ணியாச்சு now tens place so h h t h this is just an easy way of writing okay இதுக்கு மீனிங்லாம் கிடையாது ones place tens placeலாம் இதுல கிடையாது okay I only have first trial second trial third trial and fourth trial okay first outcome second outcome third outcome fourth outcome okay now here I'm going to change the tens place நம்ம terminology இது okay h h t t now hundreds place h t t h previous step ல அப்படியே எழுத வேண்டியதான் then h t t t okay now again when I change my tens place I'll have ht hh and ht ht okay first ones place change பண்ணோம் then tens place then hundreds place then again tens place okay இதுதான் order next இப்ப thousands place change பண்ணோம் அப்ப it will become tt tt இப்ப இங்க tens place change பண்ணா tt th அடுத்து tens place change பண்ணோம் tt ht tt hh அப்புறம் hundreds place so th ht th hh அடுத்து again tens place so I have to change th 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 sorry th tt வேற எதையுமே சேஞ்ச் பண்ண கூடாது tens place மட்டும் தான் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணோம் th th okay so this is my sample space how many elements do I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 16 okay so total number of elements is 16 what is asked a person wins rupee 1 for head so head vandaduna he wins rupee 1 if he gets a tail he loses rupees 1.50 wins na enartham 1 rupee varudhu so plus 1 loses na he loses 1 rupee appo poidudhu so it is a minus okay so this is winning wins this is loses okay find the sample space and calculate how many different amounts of money you can have after 4 tosses and the probability of having each of these amounts okay so இப்போ இந்த क्वेश्चனுக்கு இந்த amount வச்சு கேக்குறாங்க so இப்போ 4 heads வந்ததுனா what will be your amount 4 heads I'll write amount A for 4 heads amount for 4 heads is when I get h h h h I'll have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 I'll be winning 4 rupees correct அப்புறம் amount for 3 heads and 1 tail okay that is my other option 3 heads and 1 tail so what will it be 1 plus 1 plus 1 for 3 heads and minus 1.50 for 1 tail so you win 3 rupees and you lose 1.50 so what will be left with rupees 1.50 next amount when you have 2 heads and 2 tails korachite vara I am decreasing the number of heads and increasing the number of tails so 2 heads and 2 tails na heads ku I'll win 2 rupees and I'll lose 1.50 for 2 tails so what will I have 2 minus 3 1.5 plus 1.5 is minus 3 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So minus rupees 1. For 2 heads and 2 tails, I'll start losing money. Okay, then amount for 1 head and 3 tails. So I'll have 1 minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50. So minus 1.50 minus 1.50 is minus 3. Minus 3 and minus 1.5 is minus 4.5. 1 minus 4.5 will be minus 3.5. So minus rupees 3.50. Okay. Amount when you have all 4 tails, no heads. So all 4 tails can overall, it will be minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50 minus 1.50. So it will be minus is 3, is 3. So it will be rupees 6 minus rupees 6. So what will be a sample space? A sample space will be when I have 4 heads. This is my only option. So I'll have 4, comma, when I have 3 heads and 1 tail. 3 heads and 1 tail, I have 1.50. Then here again I have 3 heads and 1 tail. So I have 1.50. Apro 2 heads, 2 tails. So it is minus 1. Okay, don't miss the symbols. Don't miss the signs. Okay, so it's minus 1. So I finished 4 elements. Next, 2 heads, 2 tails. So it is again minus 1. Then 1 head, 3 tails. 1 head, 3 tails can minus 3.50. Then again, 3 heads and 1 tail. 3 heads and 1 tail is 1.50. 2 heads, 2 tails. So it will again be minus 1. All 4 tails. So it is minus 6. 3 tails and 1 head. Minus 3.50. 3 tails, 1 head. Minus 3.50. 2 tails, 2 heads. So it is minus 1. 2 tails, 2 heads. Minus 1. 3 heads, 1 tail. 1.50. 3 tails, 1 head. So it is minus 3.50. Then 2 heads, 2 tails. 2 heads, 2 tails minus 1. So this is my sample space of amounts. Okay. So இப்போ இது ஒன்னொன்னுக்கும் probability எழுதணும். Probability that you win 4 rupees will be, what is my total number of elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, then 15, 16. So my total sample space is 16 and the probability that I win rupees 4 is 1. Okay. Then probability that I win rupees 1.50 will be, how many 1.50 do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 4 by 16, which is 1 by 4. Then probability that I lose minus 1. So probability of losing minus 1 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 6 divided by 16. 2 are divisible ana 3 divided by 8. Then probability that I lose minus 3.5. So probability that I lose 3.5. Lose nale minus tha. Okay. So neglect the sign when you are writing this. Lose 1 rupee. Okay. Lose 3.5 will be, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 divided by 16, which is again 1 by 4. The probability of losing 6 will be again 1 by 16. So probability of losing 6 rupees will again be 1 by 16. Okay. Question number 8. 3 coins are tossed at once. Now sample space enna eduvoma? 3 heads, changing the ones place. So H, H, T. Now changing the tens place. H, T, H, H, T, T. Now changing the hundreds place. Abdina it will be T, 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 H. Changing the tens place. Ipo ones place. Ipo tens place. So T, H, T, T, H, H. So this is my total sample space. So how many elements do I have? 8. It's total of 8 elements. Okay. So ipo first subsection enna? Only 3 heads. Probability of getting 3 heads. Exacta 3 heads na, it will be H, H, H. Ilya? So H, H, H divided by the total, which will be 1 by 8. Okay. This is our reference. Okay. So H, H, H is 3 heads. Exactly 3 heads. Okay. They have not given anything more or less. So probability of 2 heads. 2 heads na enna nalla irukku? I have H, H, T, H, T, H, and I have T, H, H. So it will be divided by 8, which will be 3 divided by 8. What is my third subsection? Probability of at least 2 heads. So at least na minimum 2 heads. Maximum evlo vena irkalam. So what will be your sample space? Maximum it can be 3 heads also. So minimum 2. So I should have 2 heads or 3 heads. So H. Then I have HHT, HTH. HTT la I only have 1 head. I need at least 2 heads. So this is ruled out. This is ruled out. This is ruled out. This is ruled out. So idu THH divided by 8. So I have 4 divided by 8, which is 1 by 2. Okay. Next subsection, at most 2 heads. At most na anartham? At most na maximum. So I need maximum of 2 heads. So minimum it can be 0 head, 1 head or 2 heads. So at most 2 heads na 0, 1 and 2. So I can't take this. So I can take this. So sample space will be HHT, HTH, HTT. HTT na enna? 1 head irukku. At most 2 na Q evlo irukku? 0 heads, 1 head, 2. So I can take this. Also this I can take. Ena in that I have no heads. So that is also inclusive. Okay, don't forget that. TTT. Then I have TTH. Then I have THT and THH. So idha thavara ellame irukku. Okay. So it is THT and THH divided by 8. So what will be my probability? 7 by 8. Except HHH, everything else. Fifth subsection. No head. Probability of no head. No head na what will it be? Inge head irukku, head. Inge mattum head illa. So it will be TTT divided by 8, which is 1 by 8. Sixth subsection. 3 tails. Probability of 3 tails is nothing but probability of no head. Correct? So it will again be TTT, which will be 1 by 8. Okay? Next subsection. Exactly 2 tails. So probability of exactly 2 tails na, not more than 2, not less than 2. So it will be HTT, TTH and THT. So it will be HTT, TTH and THT. So it will be 3 divided by 8. 8th, no tail. Okay. Probability of no tail. So meaning, tail illa, I have tail everywhere except here. So it means probability of no tail is nothing but probability of 3 heads. Okay. So it will be HHH divided by 8, which is 1 divided by 8. Okay. Last subsection. At most 2 tails. At most na maximum 2. It is similar to what you did here. So at most 2 tails will be minimum evlo vena irkalam. No tail, HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT. Idu kadayadu. TTH, THT and THH. Okay. So what will it be? It will be everything except TTT. So my sample space, favorable outcome will be 7 by 8. Okay. It will be all these. Instead of TTT, you will write HHH here. Okay. For this question. Okay. So it is 7 by 8. Question number 9. If 2 by 11 is the probability of an event. So if a probability of A is 2 by 11. They are asking what is the probability of not A. So probability of not A ennan kekranga. So what will it be? Probability of A plus probability of not A is 1. Idu paathoma? So probability of not A will be 1 minus probability of A. The sum of the probability should always be equal to 1. So probability of A nadakudhu, probability of A nadakala. So it will be 1. Okay? Onna nadakudhu illa nadakala. So the sum of the probabilities will always be 1. So probability of not A will be 1 minus the probability of A, which is 1 minus 2 by 11, which is 11 else minus 2 by 11. LCM edutha it will be 9 by 11. Okay? Question number 10. A letter is chosen from the word assassination. So it is A, SSA, SSI, NA, assassination spelling correcta copy பண்ணுங்க. Okay, so they are asking what is the probability that the letters are a vowel and a consonant. Vowel na first என்னது? Vowels is nothing but A, E, I, O, U. In the letters எல்லாம் எங்க இருக்கு? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 vowels. Consonants என்னது? Consonants are the remaining letters. So I have, apart from, how many in total do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 letters in total. So my total sample space is 13 letters. So then 13 minus 6, which is 7. This is the number of consonants. So the probability of vowel will be, how many vowels do I have? 6 divided by my total, which is 13. Adhe mari probability of consonants will be 7 divided by 13. You just have to list out your vowels from the given word, right? How many you have, total sample space enna, that is your probability. Okay. Question number 11. In a lottery, a person chooses 6 different natural numbers at random from numbers 1 to 20. Okay. So if sample space enava irukum, you have 20 numbers in total, 1 to 20 irukku, and he chooses 6 numbers out of them. 20 lende he could have chosen 9, 8, 15, 17, 18, 20. Okay. So in the number choose pannalam. So what will be a sample space? You will have 6 out of the 20 elements. So you choose 6 numbers from the 20 numbers. Okay. So that is your sample space. Adukaprom, if these 6 numbers match with the 6 numbers already fixed by the lottery. Ipo lottery la or 6 number decide pannirpaanga. So let it be, for example, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. So these are the 6 numbers that are fixed by the lottery. Okay. So ipo A vandu, it has to be 6C6. Why? Because he has to win the game. Ipo in the 6 numbers vandu inga irukku. This is my total number and he chooses the exact same 6 elements. இங்க கொடுத்திருக்கிற 6 நம்பரையே இவன் சூஸ் பண்ணான்னா அவன் வின் பண்ணிடுவான் கேம். ஓகே. இப்போ 6 னா அந்த வின் பண்ண வேண்டிய 6 நம்பர்ஸ்ல ஒரு நம்பர் கூட அவன் எடுக்கல. So this is the meaning. This means out of the 6 numbers அவன் வின் பண்ண வேண்டிய நம்பர்ல all the 6 he picks up. Okay. This is 20C6. Any 6 numbers he has to pick up. அதுல if he picks up the correct number, ஏதோ ஒரு 6 நம்பர்ல அவன் எடுத்த 6 நம்பருமே கரெக்ட்னா he wins the game. Okay. So the probability of winning by picking all the correct 6 numbers will be 6C6 divided by 20C6. So what is the formula? NCR will be n factorial divided by r factorial times n minus r the whole factorial. So it will be 6 factorial divided by 6 factorial times 0 factorial, the whole divided by 20 factorial divided by 6 factorial times 14 factorial. So then our numerator will become a 1. Denominator I have 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14 factorial. This is the numerator. So it will become 6 factorial times 14 factorial. 6 factorial is nothing but I just open it. So I have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 times 14 factorial. So this gets cancelled. What do I have? 6. I'm going to cancel some values. So I have 5 4s are 20, 6 3s are 18, 2 8s are 16. Okay. So this is just an easy way to calculate. So I have 1 divided by 19 times 17 times 8 times 15. So what is my final answer? 1 divided by 38760. Okay. Purinjada? You have 20 numbers. 1 length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 varaikkum irukku. Okay. So you go to the game, the person has to pick up 6 numbers. 6 number edukanum. So what is your sample space? You are only going to choose 6 numbers. Ana 6 nu edukudadu. Sample space cannot be 6 because you have 20 numbers. So you are going to choose 6 numbers out of this 20. Okay, 6 number idilendhu choose pannanungiradhunala you have to write 20C6 and not 6. Okay? Ipo A என்னது? A is the event where the person wins the game. ஒரு person game win பண்றான் அப்படினா இந்த 6 நம்பரையே தான் அவன் கரெக்ட்டா எடுக்கணும். This is for example, okay? So இந்த 6 நம்பர் எடுத்தா அவன் win அப்படினா அவன் அந்த 6 நம்பரையே எடுக்கறான். 6 நம்பர் எடுக்கணும். He picks up the exact same 6 numbers. Here these are the 6 numbers that he has to pick up to win, but he takes none of those numbers. அந்த நம்பர் எடுக்கவே இல்லனா he'll lose. So this is probability of losing all the numbers. This is probability of winning. Okay, this is just for your reference. This is not asked in the question. This is for your reference. Okay, so total probability enna, the person will win if he picks up the correct 6 numbers. Sample space, total sample space enna 20c6. So idoda factorial pota he'll be getting this value. Okay, question number 12. Check whether the following probabilities are consistently defined. Abdina enna artham? Probability of A intersection B should be always less than A, and probability of A intersection B should always be less than probability of B. கரெக்டா? இப்போ இதுதான் Venn diagramனா, Venn diagramல இங்க ஒரு probability இருக்குனா, this probability should always be greater than the probability that is here. Do you agree? Always the intersections probability should be less than the total probability of A. Okay? So this is the condition that you need to check. So what is my first subsection? P of A is given to be 0.5 and P of B is given to be 0.7. So my P of A intersection B is given to be 0.6. So what do you see here? P of A intersection B is greater than P of A. Yeah, 0.6 is greater than 0.5. So which means these probabilities are not consistently defined. Okay? Yes, probability of A should always be greater than the probability of A intersection B. And the single quantity oda probability ஜாஸ்தியா தான் இருக்கும் when compared to the intersection. ரெண்டு பேருமே இன்னைக்கு ஸ்கூலுக்கு வந்தாங்க அப்படின்ற probability விட ஒருத்தர் இன்னைக்கு கண்டிப்பா ஸ்கூலுக்கு வந்தாங்கங்கறோட probability is more. For example, if Anil and Satish they both come to school. இப்போ அனில் மட்டும் ஸ்கூலுக்கு வந்திருக்கான், சதீஷ் ஸ்கூலுக்கு வரல. So probability of A will be Anil has come to school and probability of Satish is 0. But probability of A intersection S enna, Satish and Anil vandirukangala varla. So ஒருத்தர் வந்தா the probability is more when compared to the intersection. Okay, so always remember that. That is how you define whether your probability is consistently defined. Okay, my second subsection, my probability of A is 0.5, my probability of B is 0.4 and my probability of A union B kuduthirukku. So probability of A union B is 0.8. So what is my formula? Probability of A union B is probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. A intersection B kandupidichadane I can see if the condition is satisfied. So when I substitute the values, 0.8 equals 0.5 plus 0.4 minus probability of A intersection B. So then the 0.5 plus 0.4 is 0.9. So I have 0.8 minus 0.9 equals minus probability of A intersection B. So probability of A intersection B is 0.1, which is less than probability of A, which is 0.5, and which is also less than probability of B. So probability of A intersection B is less than probability of A, and probability of A intersection B is less than probability of B. So this is consistently defined. So true. Okay. Question number 13. Fill in the following table. So P of A kuduthirukku, P of B, P of A intersection B. So I need to find P of A union B, which is, what is my formula? P of A plus P of B plus minus P of A intersection B. Okay, minus P of A intersection B. So my first subsection, I need the value of this equals 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 minus intersection B enna kuduthirukku 1 by 15. So when I take the LCM, I have 15 is my LCM. So either multiply by 5 in 5 plus 3 minus 1 divided by 15, which is 5 plus 3 8, 8 minus 1 7, 7 divided by 15. So this is my probability of A union B. Second subsection, I have probability of A union B kuduthirukku, probability of B theriyadu. So I have probability of A union B is 0.6 equals probability of A, which is 0.35 plus probability of B minus intersection in a 0.25. So probability of B is nothing but when I take these two values to my LHS, I have 0.6 minus 0.35 plus 0.25 equals probability of B. What will I get? 0.6 plus 0.25 in there. 0.25 will be 0.85 minus 0.35 panna I'll have 0.5. Okay, so my probability of B is 0.5. Third subsection, probability of intersection. So I have my A union B is nothing but probability of A, which is 0.5 plus 0.35 minus probability of A intersection B. So my probability of A intersection B is nothing but, when I add these, I have 0.85 minus 0.7. I bring this to my right hand side. So I have 0.15. Okay. Question number 14. Given P of A is 3 by 5 and P of B is 1 by 5. Find probability A or B. A union B. A or B means A union B if A and B are mutually exclusive events. So for mutually exclusive events, I have probability of A intersection B equals 0. Correct? For mutually exclusive events, they do not have any intersection. Exclusive and the intersection kadayadu. So P of A union B will be P of A plus P of B minus 0. So it will be P of A plus P of B. So this add panna, I have 3 by 5 plus 1 by 5, which is 4 by 5. Okay. Question number 15. If E and F are evens such that probability of E equals 1 by 4 and probability of F equals half, probability of E and F, E intersection F, both E and F, intersection, E and F is given to be 1 by 8. Find P of E or F. So P of E or F na E union F. So it is P of E plus P of F minus their intersection. LCM edutha 2 plus 4 minus 1 divided by 8. Into 2 into 4 into 1. So I have 4 plus 2 6, 6 minus 1 5. So 5 divided by 8. Second subsection, probability of not E not F. Not E and not F. So E dash intersection F dash. De Morgan la enna padichirukom? E dash intersection F dash is nothing but E union F the whole dash. You remember? And also you have E dash union F dash is nothing but E intersection F the whole dash. So probability of E intersection F the whole dash is nothing but probability of E union F the whole dash, which is 1 minus probability of E union F. So not plus the actual probability or the sum in the 1. So not equals 1 minus probability of E union F, which we just found out. So it is 1 minus 5 by 8. LCM at the 8 minus 5 by 8, which is 3 by 8. Okay. Question number 16. If evens E and F are such that P not E or F, union, or na union. P not E or not F equals 0.25. State whether E and F are mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive na anartham, their intersection should be 0. So 0 va illaya nama check pannalam. So you have this. Using De Morgan's law, I have E intersection F the whole dash equals 0.25. So what is my probability of E intersection F? It is 1 minus probability of E intersection F the whole dash. So 1 minus 0.25, which is 0.75. This is not equal to 0. So which means E and F are not mutually exclusive. Or intersection irukku illaya, adnala mutually exclusive kadayadu, because they have an intersection. Okay. E not E or not F. So correct ah intersection na union na or na union and na intersection. Okay, always remember that. Question number 17. A and B are even such that P of A equals 0.42 and P of B equals 0.48. P of A and B அப்படினா என்ன அர்த்தம் intersection கொடுத்திருக்கு. A and B is 0.16. Determine probability of not A. So probability of not A is nothing but 1 minus probability of A, which is 1 minus 0.42, which will be 0.58. Okay, subtract பண்ண வேண்டியதான். Second subsection, probability of not B. So probability of not B will again be 1 minus probability of B. Not B na enna 1 minus probability of B. B நடக்கவே இல்லனா probability of B ல இருந்து 1 ல இருந்து B subtract பண்ண வேண்டியதான். Okay, so 1 minus probability of B, which will be 1 minus 0.48, which will be 0.52. Third subsection, probability of A or B. Or na union. So A or B is nothing but probability of A plus probability of B minus the intersection. So it will be 0.90 minus 0.16. So which will be 0.74. Okay. Question number 18. In class 11 of a school, 40% students study mathematics. So math எத்தனை பேர் இருக்காங்க? 40%, which means 40 divided by 100. Then 30% study biology. So biology 30%, which is 30 by 100. Then 10% study both math and biology. So probability of math and biology na anartham intersection is 10%, which is 10 divided by 100, 1 by 10. This will be 3 by 10. This will be 4 by 10. Okay. So if a student is selected at random from a class, find the probability that he'll be studying mathematics or biology. So mathematics or biology na union. Question da vala irukku. Once you write down whatever is given, it is very easy. Okay, probability of math, biology minus their intersection. So math intersection biology. So value substitute panna, I have 4 by 10 plus 3 by 10 minus 1 by 10. So I have 4 plus 3 7, 7 minus 1 6. 6 by 10 simplify panna 3 by 5. Okay. 19th question. In an entrance test that is graded on the basis of 2 examinations, the probability of a randomly chosen student passing the first examination is 0.8. So probability of passing first examination is 0.8. Na A nu eduthukuren. Then probability of passing the second examination, so which is probability of B, is 0.7. The probability of passing at least one of them, abdina enna artham, A or B. So it is A or B is given, which means it is 0.95. At least one of them na enna artham, onna first exam illa second exam. So at least one of them or both. Okay, so it is A or B, and nada it is qualifying both the exams. So it is the intersection. Here they are given or. So what is the probability of passing both? So now they are asking what is the intersection. Okay, so this is asked. So formula la substitute panna, A union B is nothing but A plus B minus their intersection. So answer enna varum, A intersection B is nothing but idu add panna 1.5 minus 0.95. So when I subtract I get 0.55. Okay. Next question. The probability of a student will pass the final examination in both Hindi and English. So Hindi and English la pass pannitana, the probability is 0.5. And the probability of passing neither, which means the person did not pass English and did not pass Hindi. Rendume pass pannala. So not E, not H, and. So it is an intersection. So and rendume pass pannala, neither is 0.1. If the probability of passing English examination, so probability of passing only English is 0.75. What is the probability of passing a Hindi examination? Okay, so இப்போ இங்க என்ன கொடுத்திருக்கு, probability of E dash intersection H dash. So D Morgan law என்ன தெரியும், E dash intersection H dash is nothing but E union H the whole dash. So which means probability of E union H the whole dash is 0.1. So probability of E union H enna? It is 1 minus probability of E union H the whole dash, which will be 1 minus 0.1, which is 0.9. இப்போ H கேக்குறாங்க. Formula substitute பண்ணா, when I substitute, the union is probability of English plus probability of Hindi minus the intersection. Intersection என்னது? 0.5. So probability of passing only in Hindi will be PFH இங்கே இருக்கட்டும். இதை இந்த பக்கம் கொண்டு வரேன். So I have 0.9 minus 0.75 plus 0.5. Okay, இங்க minus 0.5 இருக்கு. இந்த பக்கம் கொண்டு வந்தா I'll have plus 0.5. So இது என்ன ஆகும்? 0.9 plus 0.5 will be 1.4. So I have 1.4 minus 0.75, which will be 0.65. Okay. Last and final question of the exercise. In a class of 60 students, so total 60 students, 30 opted for NCC. So NCC வந்து 30, 32 opted for NSS. இது வந்து probability கிடையாது, number of students. Okay, always understand the question. And NCC and NSS வந்து 24. So NCC and NSS is 24. They are asking the probability that the student opted for NCC or NSS. So இதோட probability கேக்குறாங்க. This is my first subsection. So I need to find the number of students who have opted for NCC union NSS. Favorable outcome என்னன்னு தெரிஞ்சாதானே substitute பண்ண முடியும். So I need this. So I have n of number of NCC students, number of NSS students minus their intersection. So NCC minus, intersection NSS. So it will be number of NCC students evlo 30 plus 32 minus what is their intersection? 24. So it is 62 minus 24, which is 38. So the probability of NCC union NSS or NCC or NSS will be 38. Favorable outcome divided by the total outcome, which will be 19 by 30. Okay. Second subsection, the student has neither opted for. Second subsection, probability of NCC dash intersection NSS dash. Okay. So ரெண்டுத்துக்குமே opt பண்ணல, which means NCC opt பண்ணல, NSS opt பண்ணல. So it is an AND. Okay. So this will be probability of NCC union NSS the whole bar according to the De Morgan law. So this will be 1 minus probability of NCC union NSS. So it will be, because we found the value. So it is 1 minus 19 divided by 30. So it is 30 minus 19 divided by 30, which will be 11 by 30. Third subsection, probability that the student has opted NSS but not NCC. So the probability of NSS but not NCC. So it will be probability of NSS minus NCC. This is nothing but probability of NSS intersection NCC dash. The student has opted for NSS, NCC edukala. So it is an AND. So if a Venn diagram pota enna agum, this is your NSS, this is your NCC. So probability of NSS minus NCC na NSS mattum da eduthiruku, NCC edukala. It means probability of NSS minus the probability of NSS intersection. Okay. So it will be probability of NSS minus probability of NSS intersection NCC. It will be this whole thing minus this area. Okay. So probability of NSS enna 32 divided by 60. So it is 32 divided by 60 minus what is the probability of their intersection? 24 divided by 60. So it will be 8 divided by 60, which is 2 by 50. Okay. we are done with the chapter probability. So இதுக்கப்புறமா I'll be solving miscellaneous examples and exercise questions. If you want me to, please comment in the comment section below. Miscellaneous solve பண்ணனும்னா நான் solve பண்றேன். Okay? All the best and good luck for your exams.